Cars24, a unicorn, has driven in with a $450 million investment from Softbank Vision Fund to Tencent, DST Global, Falcon Edge. Joining us to talk more about this is the co-founder and COO Mehul Agrawal. Mehul, first up, big congratulations and jubilation. Forget the check, a bigger development. You've had a baby today. So we really appreciate you taking the time out. Today must be a really special day.
Thanks, Nayantara. It is. It actually is. I'm glad both Cars24 and my baby are doing well.
Yes, both your babies. Well, congratulations, Mehul. We really appreciate it. I can only imagine what today must be like, and you've taken the time out to accommodate us. So, big thank you for that. Just getting back to business now, Cars24, you became a unicorn less than a year ago. Your valuation is now almost doubling to $1.8 billion. When I ask you what I ask every other unicorn and startup raising big bucks, have you actually grown almost 2x to see your valuation almost double? Is that fair?
Absolutely. Like just last 3 months, we have actually grown 50%. So our growth has definitely been incredible. Pandemic, if anything, has accelerated the whole adoption of used car in the ecosystem, right? So that has been like a fantastic tailwind for us to ride on. And yeah, we have been the first and the number one auto e-commerce player for long now. So it's great to see our, keeping our heads down and executing has been our forte. And we are glad to keep doing that going forward.
You've also seen many more enter this segment, right? So you are there at Cars24. There's a Car Deco. Both of you even have a common investor with Sequoia. Droom recently became a unicorn. Spinny has got big bucks as well, including from Tiger Global. And all of you are also going to be in the financing space. How will this segment play out ultimately?
Yeah. See, I strongly would feel this whole industry has significant network effects, right? If you have a strong supply, it's much easier for you to build a strong demand, which creates a great engine for actually doing more financing. And it all works together. They all fuel each other up, right? That has been the biggest differentiator for Cars24 because we were the first when it came to building transaction, business in India when it comes to auto. So our scale on the supply side is phenomenally large. We control almost 5% of all used cars sold in India already. And this is still a small number in the larger picture. We feel there's a huge headroom of growth. But that has allowed us to now build a very strong expertise in each of these areas. So our buying business is scaling fast. In financing, we are the only auto player to actually have an NBFC license. No other player has it, right? So we are very deeply entrenched in this whole ecosystem. That has allowed us to just be way ahead of competition. Like we are almost like 10x larger when it comes to revenues that we are able to generate in this space. That I would say has helped us stay way ahead in this game. And now what we are doing is with all the raises that we are, right now investing into, we are strengthening our core further, right? Investing into technology. I mean, that's an area, the whole idea of Cars24 was always, Nayantara, about people, have worked in this industry with a lot of biases, right? We don't want to work with biases. We want technology. We want data science. They eliminate human biases, right? They make things much more structured and they make it much clearer to scale using technology and using data. That is what we have been doing all this while, and that is what we continue to invest into. And then we have a bunch of other categories we have started going deep into. So we are now retailing cars in India. Fantastic to see the growth curve that we are seeing there. We are getting into bikes. We are getting into financing. We have gone international. So, a bunch of things where we are able to invest and scale up with all the capital that we are now raising.
Did I hear you right? You said you're 10x larger than your closest competitor?
Yeah. We are significantly ahead in this space already. And that is what we want to continue expanding on.
You say that you're the only company in this space to have an NBFC license, but it's no secret. The others that have also applied for it or are in the process of applying for it. Your financing business, how's this going to work? And since you're talking about network effects, what is the dream to have a platform company which has everything to do with cars and vehicles?
Absolutely. See, today we already buy cars, we recondition them, we sell them, we finance them. Right? Over time, we'll get into a bunch of other services as well. But the key point for us is, when you look at India, just 2% of Indians own a car. There's a huge headroom of fundamental growth there. And when it comes to used cars, just this core set of things that I spoke about, we are just 5% of the market, right? So there's so much already to do. We just want to make sure, let's get these things right. And in the longer run, as we look ourselves to evolve in the next 5 to 10 years, every single part of the auto ecosystem is where Cars24 will be present.
So tell me a little bit more about this. You've said that you will use this $450 million for car and bike financing in India, for the overseas play, and you entered UAE, for example, recently. But from a technology perspective, what can be done?
Yeah. I think, see, broadly, if you think of it, there are two key areas here, right, where subjectivity comes into play. One is the assessment of the condition of the car, right? Second is the pricing of the car. So on the first front, what we are trying to do is how do we bring more tools and technologies to solve for this problem statement? For example, instead of someone manually hearing the sound of engine and saying it's good or bad or abnormal, can we actually use machine learning where the audio recording of the engine sound is what tells us what exactly was wrong with the car, right? Way more accurate and way better than what any manual intervention can do. Secondly, when you think of pricing, our algorithms are what kind of define what should be the price of a car, right? So far in this industry, how have cars been priced? Someone really looking at the car and saying, based on what I've seen in life, maybe I should price it at X. It's a gut call. It's not accurate. And to build true pricing, you need true data. We are the only platform which has tons of data available because almost 500,000 cars we have actually transacted ourselves in the last 6 years, right? There are so many different data points in terms of make, model, variant, year, color, odometer, whether the cars have 5 scratches, whether the bonnet has been rusted, like every single parameter is tracked at Cars24. That allows us to build such a fantastic pricing engine that we can actually tell on which day how the car price will change, right? That whole investment is what is really fueling this growth. And that is something we want to make sure we are always doubling down on.
Okay, so that's how you want to use tech for this. The other thing I wanted to also understand from you, Mehul, and it's going to be interesting. Today's chart, so we know big investments and purchases are typically done around this time, but then, you'll have the Navratras, Dussehra, Diwali. This is the best time for consumption, right? And especially for cars as well. But you have a semiconductor problem, a chip shortage. What has been the rub-off effect on that? Is demand for used cars going up?
Yeah. See, globally, if you look at the trends, wherever, lot of developed markets have seen this semiconductor chip shortage actually impacting their new car market. Actually, it is a boon for the used car market because the whole demand supply suddenly fuels up, right? And what it does is the used car prices have started surging, right? In a lot of markets, prices have gone up by literally 15 to 20%, which is incredibly large. India has not seen that. As we sit at this cusp where actually OEMs are now announcing there are new car sale cuts, production cuts, etc. Used car prices have still not gone up like that, but we are seeing significant surge in demand already. So all those who were originally planning to buy a new car perhaps are now finding it better to come in the used car market and buy something from here. And given how the sentiments have been impacted after pandemic, a bunch of those people are coming online for it. So we are already seeing like a 4x jump in traffic that has happened post-pandemic in terms of people coming to us and buying cars. So that trend, I actually feel, given the festive season coming, this is like the best quarter for the whole auto industry, is going to be phenomenal online. And that is what we are really capitalizing on.
You're also going to use the $450 million for an overseas play. Which all markets? Like I said, you entered UAE recently. Yeah.
So it's been like almost, we are going to end our second quarter in UAE. We have already sold more than 1,000 cars there. So phenomenal launch. What we did in India in like 15th month of operation, we have done that in like 5 months there. So phenomenal adoption that we are seeing there already. We have gone live with Australia, just did a big bang launch, earlier this month. And we'll be looking at few other markets as these start scaling up as well. So international is going to be a big cornerstone. We have earmarked almost $100 million already for this expansion and are extremely bullish here. Fundamentally, what we have felt, Nayantara, again, is problem of used car is not about developed or developing market. It's a problem to be solved everywhere. The future of buying and selling of cars has to move online. If people are buying mobile phones online, they are going to buy cars online as well. It was never a question of if, it was always a question of when. And we are here to accelerate that journey. We strongly believe this market is going to get created, and let's enter into these geographies and expand and dominate like we have done in the market in India.
Okay, so with that big theme and play, let's wrap up this interview, Mehul. So your big belief, of course, being people buying phones online, why won't they buy cars online? And that's why the global play. Mehul, the very fact that you're working on the day you became a father, what does it show about the agility, dedication that is required of a founder? I'm sorry to ask this, but that's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah. See, entrepreneurship is tough, but the reason you get into it, because you get the adrenaline rush out of it, right? So that's what excites us. We have been as passionate about building this together, like, Vikram, me, Ruchit, Gajendra, all four of us have been committed right from day one. So there's nothing which is, I think, more exciting in our lives. And we are committed to do whatever it takes to build the largest, auto platform ever when it comes to, business in India. So very excited to be on that journey. And we have a fantastic team working with us, putting that effort and making it happen every single day. So really looking forward to keep scaling up from here.
With that, I wish you and the entire Cars24 team all the very best, and congratulations again.
Thanks a lot.